Hello everyone, I am Kiran Joshi. Hope you all are safe and sound. Here I am presenting the second video of class 9 geography chapter 3 drainage. Children, in the previous video of this chapter we learnt about the drainage patterns and we also learnt that there are two groups of Indian rivers, the Himalayan rivers and the peninsular rivers. Let's learn about the Himalayan rivers. As we know that the major Himalayan rivers are the Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra. These rivers are very long and many large tributaries join them. Therefore, a river along with its tributaries may be called a river system. Now we'll look at the river systems of Himalayan rivers. First, the Indus river system. The river Indus originates in Tibet near Mansarovar Lake. From there it flows westwards and enters India in Ladakh, where this river forms beautiful gorge. Further, in the Kashmir region, it is joined by many tributaries such as the Jaskar, the Nubra, the Shyok and the Hunza. It flows through Baltistan and Gilgit, as you can see in the second picture it is shown, and then emerges out of the hills at Attock. Near Mithankot in Pakistan, the Satluj, the Beas, the Ravi, the Chenab and the Jhelum join together and enter the Indus. From here, the river Indus flows southwards and finally falls the Arabian Sea east of Karachi as shown in the image. River Indus forms a gentle slope. The Indus is one of the longest rivers in the world. Its total length is 2,900 kilometers. A little more than one third of the Indus River basin is located in India, in Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Punjab. Children, in 1960, the Indus Water Treaty was signed between India and Pakistan. According to this treaty, India can use 20% of the total water carried by the Indus River system. Punjab, Haryana and the southern and western parts of Rajasthan use the water of Indus River system for irrigation. The next river system is the Ganga River system. The source of the Ganga, Bhagirathi, is fed by Gangotri Glacier. At Devprayag in Uttarakhand, Bhagirathi is joined by the Alaknanda. Then at Haridwar, the Ganga emerges from the mountains onto the plains. Many tributaries from the Himalayas join the river Ganga. Some of these tributaries are the major rivers such as the Yamuna, the Ghaghra, the Gandak and the Kosi. The river Yamuna starts from the Yamunotri Glacier. Yamuna is the right bank tributary of the Ganga and it flows parallel to the Ganga. You can see it in the map. The second dark blue colored line shows the river Yamuna, and then Yamuna meets the Ganga river at Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh. The other tributaries such as the Ghaghra, the Gandak and the Kosi originate from the Nepal Himalaya. These rivers cause floods in the parts of northern plains, which results in widespread damage to life and property. However, these floods also improve the quality of the soil. There are some tributaries of the Ganga river which rise from peninsular uplands, which are the semi-arid areas. They are the Chambal, the Betwa and the Son rivers, as you can see it in the map. The courses of these rivers are short and they don't carry much water in them. With the waters of its tributaries on its right bank and left bank, the Ganga becomes enlarged and expanded. It flows eastwards till Farakka in West Bengal, which is in the northern, which is the northernmost point of Ganga Delta. It is shown here with the red arrow, and the red mark is there in the map. From here, Farakka, the river divides into two parts. One is the Bhagirathi Hooghly, the distributary of the river Ganga. Again, it is shown with blue arrow in the map. Then this Bhagirathi Hooghly flows southwards, drains the deltaic plain and falls into the Bay of Bengal. The other part is the main stream that flows southward into Bangladesh, where the river Brahmaputra joins it. Now it is called Meghna, a mighty river with the waters from the Ganga and the Brahmaputra, and eventually flows into the Bay of Bengal. These rivers form the world's largest delta, known as the Sundarban Delta. This delta is named after the Sundari tree that grows well in the marshland. Sundarban Delta is also the home of Royal Bengal tiger. The length of the river Ganga is over 2500 kilometers. Between the river systems of Indus and the Ganga is located Ambala in Haryana on the water divide. From Ambala to Sundarban, there stretches the plains of almost 1800 kilometer with a slope of hardly 300 meters. That means for every 6 kilometer there is a fall of only 1 meter, due to which the river forms large meanders. Again, the picture shows the meanders. The third river system of the Himalayan rivers is the Brahmaputra river system. Like the Indus, the Brahmaputra river also rises in Tibet near Mansarovar Lake, to the east of Mansarovar Lake, and is called Sangpo river. It is a little longer than the Indus river. It flows eastwards, and at Namcha Barwa it takes a U-turn and enters India in Arunachal Pradesh, forming the Grand Canyon. Here it is called Dihang or Siang river. It is now joined by Dibang, Lohit and many other tributaries to form the Brahmaputra in Assam. Since Tibet is a cold and dry area, the river flows here with less water and silt. But after reaching India, it flows through a region of high rainfall, and therefore it carries a lot of water and silt. In Assam, the Brahmaputra river divides into many streams and rivers. These streams and rivers cross each other at different points. This is called a braided channel, and in this way it forms many riverine islands such as Majuli Island. Again, it is shown in the second picture here is the Majuli Island. This is the world's largest riverine island formed by the Brahmaputra river. During every rainy season, the Brahmaputra river floods in Assam and Bangladesh and causes widespread damage. The river deposits huge amount of silt on its bed, due to which the river bed rises. Moreover, the river keeps shifting its channel quite often. This was about the Himalayan rivers. In the next video of this chapter, we will learn about the peninsular river, about some lakes in India, role of rivers in the economy, and river pollution. Till then, try to solve these questions. First, write a brief account on Indus Water Treaty 1960. Second, describe the main features of the Ganga river system. Third, name the two major rivers that form the Sundarban Delta. Write some features of this delta. Fourth, describe the main features of the Brahmaputra river system. If you found this video helpful and wish to watch more of such content, do consider subscribing to the channel. Also, if you have any queries or comment, please post them in the comment section below. Thank you.